Well, we got the hood on it, and I thought I was gonna have to modify the hood. I thought I was gonna have to cut it out right here, because I thought that intercooler sat out too far. But man, I got room for days there. I mean, there's a couple inches there. So we just brought it over. I'm gonna take this pigtail off right here for this bulkhead, and wire the other one on here so that it will go through that bulkhead there. I just figured that was probably the easiest and simplest thing to do. I'm just going to solder the other one onto that. And so yeah, man, I'm pretty happy. So I got the intercooler on here last night, the radiator. I've got a little bit of power steering fluid in it. I got a little bit of brake fluid in it. Daphne got me a little bit more power steering fluid last night. She got me the water, so I can, because I've got the coolant, I just never did get the water to mix it. So I've got the electrical. I'll do a little more buttoning up here, but this is pretty much kind of how she's gonna lay for now. Probably gonna use something other than this instrument cluster, because it ain't gonna fit in there. And this is aluminum, and it sucks that I made this big hole. This is for the pyrometer that's in the dump truck. If you've never seen it, it's huge. I don't know why I ordered such a big one back years ago, but I did, and whatever. I gotta figure out what I'm gonna do with that hole, because that's aluminum. And but anyways, all this is buttoned up. I gotta find, so this right here, there's a monitor that goes on here. I don't really know what that monitor does, because the brakes work. The Hydro Boost works whether it's plugged in or not. Like, everything works just like it's supposed to, whether it's plugged in or not. So I don't know what the hell it does. I've got a couple laying around here. I've got to find. Anyways, so my bulkhead. This is a relay. I'm not sure what this relay's for. This is a relay for the brakes, for something to do with brakes. But I've got a whole different. This is my system for the brakes. So I don't need that. And then this is the bus bar. This is really nice that they had this in that bus, because I was able to cut the plug-in off here for these wires that go to the back for the tail lights and stuff, and just put them right into that. This is for the rear dome light, and so I have to run this over to a switch in here. Because what it does, it's so that you can turn them on and off up here. So, and it gets its power from up here. So this is for the radio. So gotta get that plugged in. That's about where I'm at. I've got the windshield wipers hooked up. I took the windshield wiper and just wired it into here. Put a fuse in here. Put the wires in here for the fuse, because they had the windshield wipers on the little box that sits here. So there was no fuse, or there was no power in there. So I just took the power wire from the windshield wipers and just put it in there and jumpered the power, just like they would have. You know, usually they have a bus bar in there, or either they jumper wires. That's what they do. So it's all factory. So yeah, I even looked at the book and seen where to get power from. So I've still got to hook up my blinker wire, or my I keep calling it blinker, my bright lights, and then this wire harness will come out. This one here goes to this. Cause I don't like multi-function switch. I want to turn my blinkers on and my hazards. Like, that's all I need. I don't need a bunch of stuff up here. It's retarded. So, and then my headlights. There's my headlights. This has to be. What I'll do with it is I'll put switches in like that. That's so I'll take this and dissect this. I'll just pull these out here, because these will actually just plug right into that, and figure out which is what and what is which. And so this blue one will probably be the dimmers. This red one is main power. These two brown ones are headlights, I think. And this yellow one, I think, is, I'm not sure, I guess. Maybe the brown blue is headlight. And then the running light in that one's headlight. I'm not sure, but I'll have to figure it out. And then those will just go up there, and then a power wire will jumper to each toggle. They're not toggle, they're actually pull push, but